I recently realized, like, two things. One, man, I don't remember the last time one of my friends has called me or texted me. And for just a small moment, I kind of felt a little like bummed out, like kind of sad, like, like what happened? What happens with that? I see other folks, always kicking back with their friends, hanging out, calling. That's the way it used to be, but life happens. You just kind of start getting involved with different things, and you get a little wiser, a little older. Other things start taking priority. Everybody gets busy with their priority, and that's perfectly fine. But that losing touch with your friends is what part, like, did I mess up? It wasn't them, it was me. I should have done something about it. I should have kept more in touch. And all these thoughts were going through my head for a season. And I mean, I grew up in 80s and 90s, born in 75, went through the school system. I got friends from day one preschool. And we'll keep it no names, just for privacy and stuff. But I remember preschool. I was a homebody. I loved being at home. And I remember, like, one day, hey, we're going to school. It's like, what, tomorrow? What's Sunday? What? We kick it, watch cartoons, and stay in our pajamas. All of a sudden, we're up early. I'm groggy and sleepy. We go to school, whatever. I am in tears. I am crying. I feel like I'm being abandoned. I'm in a room with a bunch of stranger kids I've never seen before. The place looks like no coziness in this room. It feels like I'm at a ginormous doctor's office, or at some sort of I don't know. No, it wasn't explained. There was no, like I said, cool curtains and soft. There's plastic, wood, rough carpet. What is this place? Two ladies that I'd never seen before in my lives, and they're talking loud, and I didn't come from a loud talking environment. Anyways, within 15 minutes, I'm sitting, thinking, why are we sitting here? A big group of people. I'm crying still, trying to get over it. I'm already crying for a while, so it's not as hard, but still, I'm like, sniffling, and tears are running down my eyes. And this kid sitting next to me, I could see it. If I close my eyes, I could see it. I turn around because I noticed that he's just staring at me, but with a real friendly look. I turn around, we make eye contact, and he puts his hand out like this to shake my hand. I was like, oh my God, that's the first time anybody's ever shook my hand, besides the sign of peace at church. I'm Catholic. I was like, and he's like a little person like me, like a little kid, So I know what to do. I've seen my dad do this. And I stuck my hand out, and we shook hands. To this day, we're still friends. We call ourselves cousins. We're that close. We have blood ties to it. We're related. We're through family, and we're not blood cousins, but we consider ourselves cousins just because of our families, our friends, our relatives, our parents, where they came from, and all that good stuff. There's some stuff. There's some emotional and ties to it. But day one from school. And then, you got first grade, second grade, the whole elementary school. Met a bunch of dudes that were still, I still see them on Instagram, and still keep in touch. You see them on the pulling out of the pad. Some of them still live in the same neighborhood I do. And, say what's up. And you trip out because, oh, yeah, I've known him since, third grade or second grade or whatever. It's like, oh, dang, Some of us still live at the same house. But yet, still don't often talk to each other or text each other. And I kept on going down the line. I was like, dang, then middle school came, new set of kids. Met some more people from other schools that met up at the middle school. We're friends with them. Okay, became good friends with them. Some of them moved, some of them left, some of them are no longer with us. But still, what about the ones that are still here? I was thinking, fuck, High school, I did that thing. Met a bunch of other people there. That was good times. Got my first job, 30 minutes from my house, 20 minutes from my house, a whole different county. I live in LA County, that's Orange County. And met another group of people. They're different ages now. Now I'm like, 16, 17, I'm meeting dudes that are 18, 20, older cats. The big restaurant, Knott's Berry Farm, you may be familiar with it. Worked there for 5 years. Met a bunch of people there. Did the college circuit for a while. Went to ITT, did, I think, 3 years. 2.5 years, something like that, 3 years. Met some more dudes there. And still, you know, talked to them. I can't remember the last time. And then I got to thinking, wait a minute. Those are your true homies. Oh, and then hold on, before I even get to that. Now I have kids. This is a special part of my life right here. I'm an adult, a young adult. I'm a young dad. My son starts playing sports. Baseball, specifically. Made so many friends there. So many other parents that we had that connection. We had that relatability that our kids love to play baseball. Got into the travel team. Got into that circuit. Meeting people from different cities, you know, just like, and then becoming friends with them and having a relationship with them. People that I would have never met had it not been through baseball. So I've been through something. I've lived a really cool, fun, meeting people, making friends life. And, you know, I was thinking, that's like, I can't believe I don't talk to anybody. And then I got to think, it's like, wait a minute, see, would you, if you were to call him right now, that guy that I met, preschool, would he answer the phone? Hello? Be like, hey, what's up, bro? This is Albert. Would he be like, who? No. Same the other way around. If you were to call me right now, I'd be like, who? Like, no, of course. It'd be like if we were kicking it yesterday. The homies I met through elementary school, middle school, high school, ITT, Knott's Berry Farm, the wedding industry, the DJ world, the DJ circuit, when I was in that for many, many moons. Oh, cool. What they call them? Maybe the ones that I, you know, just kind of met here and there, but the people that I was like ride or die, that you met, and you built a really tight relationship with. In the DJ world, I got dudes that I did a Santa train with for like 3-4 years every season. It was like this thing that we did in the city of Paramount, where we'd get on a float and we'd DJ across the neighborhood. We did it for like 5 years. We spent like 5 consecutive days, a whole week, for like 3 hours. I could call that dude up right now and be like, hey bro, what's up? It's Albert. Oh shit. Probably first thing he'd bring up would be like, dude, is it time for the Santa train? We're probably in our late 30s when we were doing that, 30s. So it's not so much how often you talk to him. It's that bond that you created when I met him, when I was hanging out with him, in those chapters of our lives where they overlapped. Now those chapters came and went, but doesn't mean that overlapping didn't happen and that connection didn't exist. When I realized that, I lost that feeling of, oh, that's messed up. We don't talk to each other, or we don't talk to each other often, or whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. You did. You had that experience. Eventually, this whole game will be over. When I saw it that way, I changed the perspective on it. I became, warm and fuzzy. Like, man, those are great ass memories. And it also helps, of course, that I see a lot of them on Instagram. I see what they're doing. They comment on my stories. I comment on their stuff. You laugh. It's like, I might not have talked to you, but I saw what your ass was doing earlier today or over the weekend. Or where'd you go for a vacation? Or how some folks say, where'd you go for holiday? So don't feel bad. If you're like me, I don't know, I may be the only one. I may be crazy and be the only one who thinks this. But for a small second, I was thinking, what happened to all my friends? I used to be so social. I had so many friends. It's like, they're there. They're there, and we're still connected. We're just involved in different parts of our lives now. Shit, some of us are already grandparents. Some of us see grandparenting in the horizon. That doesn't mean that you're not friends no more. I love them as much as I did when we hung out every day, or every weekend, or every tournament, or every freaking convention that we'd go to, or every bridal show that we'd be at. We may not have seen each other in a long time, but we're still homies. If any of you are watching this, any of the homies watching this, check in the comments, say what's up. If you're going through this, if you've thought about this, hopefully, we think the same, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, he's right. Or two, you think, oh dang, I didn't think about it this way, but he's right. And it helps you out to kind of get rid of that like sad feeling, or like, oh, that messed up, or oh, whatever. No, I didn't even like that. It's still there. It's cool. It's just, it's not that chapter of your life. If you got any questions, or like want to just chime in and be like, yeah, me too, I had that too, just hit me up in the comments. If you want to hang out, get to know me a little bit better, become homies, subscribe. I upload all the time. I'm uploading later, actually. I'll get at you guys later.